YouTube friends. Okay, today's going to be fun. We are going to go over the difference between branding a product and not branding a product. And you will be surprised at the difference between the two. And the one you think that is most popular and the thing you hear about all the time isn't necessarily the best. And I know you guys, there's going to be all the haters out there and the negatives and all that stuff. That's cool. Leave your comments. That's great. I don't mind. But I'm going to show you where somebody with little money or no money can go versus someone with a lot of money and big money and whatever, right? So here's the difference between the branding and not. Some updates on crypto. I haven't checked in a couple days. It's still down. Whatever, I went from 800 down to something. This is not scripted, so I might kind of pause in between. I'm going to try to pull up my crypto here. Right now, Stellar went up, so I'm actually going back up a little bit. So I'm probably like 450 to 500 out of 800 invested or 850 invested, so still down. My second product, I'm not going through that today because I have found tons of them. I can't wait to show you guys some of the stuff I didn't select. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some things where I can show you different products. But I'm also think I'm going to do like drawings because I've spent so much time researching products that I don't need them. By the time I get to them, it's going to be like a year in. I'm going to have 5, 6, 7, 10 products, and at this point in time, I'd rather have you guys do them. If you're going to do Amazon FBA and you don't have the Jungle Scout tools or you don't have all the stuff to do and you just can't afford it right now and you just have enough for your product, maybe I can give you some pointers on products. You can't hold me to it because you got to make it work. But I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to show you some stuff that I found, but also give away like drawings and just give away the ones that I'm not going to do that I think will be successful with or without me. Anyways, let's get into it. So the biggest difference between branding products, and we're going to pull up, I wonder if I got like a little drawing pad. Paint, MS Paint, awesome. We're going to get some technical stuff going on today. All right, so branding, we'll put branding over here, and just general product, okay, and we're going to label it Amazon FBA. Okay, so there is profit in both sides, and I'm going to show you where it really depends on where you are at financially. Absolutely 100%. I don't want to get anybody skewed. You will long-term make the most money doing branding. Okay, branding is really where it's at. That's really the goal. So if you're just looking long-term, you're done. You can shut the video off. Give me a thumbs up. There, I gave you some answers. But if you're in a spot like me, I'm similar. I don't have a whole lot to spend. You might have started a product and it's failed. Or something like that, and then you just only have a certain amount to go into. So maybe branding, you don't care, right? You're just like, I just want to make some money. I don't care if it lasts for 6 months and then dies, but I make $50,000. Then I can brand it later when I have more money. So that's really like the long-term plan. So what is the difference between the two? And I've got some examples here that you guys are gonna like. This is my little board of awesomeness. All right, so branding is taking multiple products. So you got product A, okay, I love it. Product B, and they're all in the same group, product C, product D, right? And so you've got product A, B, C, and D. That's like, let's just say you go into the niche of soccer, okay? And you've got soccer balls, soccer nets, soccer shoes, soccer socks, soccer jerseys. So you've got like a brand of things you can kind of go around. And so you're going to start with soccer balls because those supposedly are the profitable things. Don't do that. That's not really a good idea, but check it out yourself. Soccer balls. And then those are selling good. So then you move on to the socks. And those do okay. Maybe they're doing better. And then you go on to soccer gloves. I don't know why you'd have gloves in soccer, but let's just say you got special soccer gloves. And those are selling like crazy, better than all of them. Okay. And then you get a couple more products in there, and you've got 10 products that are all geared around soccer. 8 of them aren't making you money, 2 of them are, and you're still making $15,000 a month. So when everything's said and done at the end of the day, you can take that business and you can work it and keep it and fine tune it and just keep it soccer. You could go off and start your own website. So you can pretty much go from here and you can start your own. So now you're not even selling on Amazon because you've built a brand. We're going to call this brand Soccer-tastic, right? Now they know the Soccer-tastic gloves are good, so they're going to buy the Soccer-tastic shoes, and then they're going to buy the Soccer-tastic balls because they know that you're making quality stuff. You're contacting the manufacturer and say, hey, I want this to be better, so I want to improve on this, and I want to improve on this. You really build a brand that somebody in soccer wants to be around. Okay, maybe it's in guitars. You're making the best guitar picks and strings, and you're in guitar accessories, right? You're making the best, finish on the guitar so that when you strum it, it doesn't. By the way, I don't know much about guitars, so when you strum it, it doesn't leave like scratches on the wood. Stuff like that. You're making stuff better for the consumer. You're filling a need somewhere in there, and that's where you're going to be profitable. You're going to have that need. Now, why is branding so powerful, and why is everyone talking about it? We need to brand. We need to make it good. The reason is because brands are hard to break. What I mean by that is when you have a brand like Nike, if you're going to go into shoes and you see Nike selling those shoes, there's not a good chance, especially if you have the same price. They're going to look at Nike and say, oh my goodness, we love Nike, and then here's Joe's shoes. Why am I going to buy Joe's shoes over Nike? You don't have anything that just appeals out besides that brand. They've built it, and people have a trust in that. But also, when they come back, they might Google Soccer-tastic shoes. And now you've got your website, so now you start going off Amazon, and you've got a business. It's not just an Amazon store. Because if Amazon shuts the door tomorrow, you're out. You're done. Like, if they shut off, I mean, they're not likely to, because 70% of all of Amazon is FBA sellers. So that's like their bread and butter. But if they decide we're going to sell everything ourselves, you're stuck, right? If they kick you out of the soccer market and say, no more soccer market, we're doing soccer market. They've done stuff like that with products. Because if it's profitable, why wouldn't they make the money? If they can buy the same thing you can buy, why would they not sell it, right? So you want to have your own business, your own website long term. You're going to start off selling one product. It might be good, and if it takes off, then you buy another one. You brand that, and you just build a brand. So that's why branding is so powerful. Now, when you're on your own, you can market it to people. People are Googling the Soccer-tastic brand. They're buying it off your website. And so if Amazon shuts their doors, they'll go straight to you. That's awesome. Also, if you are exiting the business, let's say I built 10 years of Soccer-tastic and I'm just done. I'm tired of soccer. I don't want to hear about it because I really wasn't interested in it in the first place. I just wanted to make a brand and make some money and blah, 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 right? I want to go into video games. So I want to be the Game-tastic brand, right? So I'm going to sell that brand to somebody, right? I'm going to go out there and find somebody that wants to buy that brand. That brand, if you've built it, could be a $5 million brand. Could be $1 million, whatever, right? $1 to $5 million. You can have that because you've built something that people are looking for. And so when you're doing just general products, you're not likely going to have a brand. Sure, you can show that I'm successful. I have X amount of sales and it's there, but it's not something that they can just jump in and know that it's never going to fail. Because if that product gets taken over by other sellers, then you're done, right? You're just finding new products, losing them, finding new products, losing them. So long term, yeah, general product is a big negative. However, as soon as I catch my breath, so what are we doing with general products? So we're buying product A. So a soccer ball, let's say we start there. Now we're buying product F, which is a pair of jogging socks, and then we're going to product B, which is a baby blanket. Okay, and then product X. So we're just all over the board. We're not really anywhere specific. However, I'm going to show you something. So if you're new, I'm not saying that you have to do this, and if it takes off in long term, it gets to that spot where you should have branded it. Hey, that's what your choice was, right? You can make money now and just find tons of products and sell them. That's what a lot of people do. They're very successful, but it's a lot more work in the end because they have to find it, sell it, find another product, sell it, find it, sell it. You're just always looking for that best product. If you're smart, you can go off and just build their own brand. So brand A, brand B, brand C, or just make a brand called generic. So we might call this brand here. It might be the general brands. And then we might have a sub company or like another name that's called Soccer-tastic, right? So we might call this brand several different things, not to confuse you here, but it could be several different things because we're branding this A, Soccer-tastic. The next one's called General Brands. B is, the gloves for moms or dads or whatever you're buying. And so you can kind of brand off and do different things. But eventually you're going to want, when you go to sell that, it's very difficult to, from what I've read, to just take certain products out of Amazon and sell the pieces that you want to sell. So you're kind of stuck there if you don't build this whole brand thing. However, what I've been doing is I really don't care at this point. I just want to make some money. I want some cash. I want $50,000 this year. I want $80,000, whatever you're looking for, right? So we're going to do, this brand might just go and take off, and we've got brand A, and they're making, $5,000 every month. Doing awesome, right? 5,000 right there. I hope you can read that. This is horrible. 5,000. Brand F, they might be doing 1,000, and then brand B might be just a wash. It's a big fat zero because we failed with that one, right? And then brand X, might be that huge product that you're looking for, and they're selling $8,000 to $12,000 per month profit, we'll say. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. Can you make an income with this? 100%. We're making $8,000, $9,000, $14,000 here. But what the problem we run into is who knows how long this is going to be. So brand F could be killing it, and nobody ever finds our product for at least 3 years, right? But brand A, it could be flooded in this 5,000 because so many people just jump into one brand, jumps down to 2,000, right? And then same thing with brand X. This could go to 5,000, and this could happen overnight. This could be within a week, kind of like the fidget spinners. The one guy made, tons of sales, $500, $600 a day, and now he's got inventory he can't even get rid of. So that could happen. So as people come in this market, and that's where you see a lot of complaints with the Jungle Scout programs, is there's so many teachers out there saying, find this, here's how you find it. And so everybody's doing the same thing. I'll show you what I do. There's several different things. Actually, there's a video you can click on. But the problem is this 14,000 could turn into $2,000, $3,000, $8,000 per month. So you're talking a huge difference between what you started with and where you're at. And this could be 6 months down the road. So you could go from 14,000. Now, if you're like me, you're saying, man, I'd like to take the 8,000, right? What if it's a year and a half in? What if you're used to 14,000? You buy your house, you buy your car, you think it's stable, and it just, boom, just knocks it out from under you. Now you've got a problem. Where if you have this brand built, you can go over, if they start trying to sell your stuff, like, hey, I'm selling this same soccer shoe. You're like, no, that's my brand. You can tell Amazon, he can't sell that. I've trademarked it. It's my brand. Here's what I did different, and here's why he's copying me. Amazon's going to kick him off and say, nope, that's Soccer-tastics. You can't touch that. Where if I'm just selling these, everybody's going to jump on it. So is there a lot of profit to be made? 100%. You can sell certain UV goggles or something and make $3 million in a year, right? You could, or in a quarter. You could hit the perfect item that you just got the trend ahead, and you could make $1 million, 100%. Not likely, but it's there. I want to show you guys that. Hopefully my my awesomeness of drawings here was cool for you guys to look at. But I want to do is go over the two different brands. So here's an example. I was looking at, I'm just thinking in my daily life, what do I touch on a daily basis? What do I use that I think I could sell? So one thing that came to mind is once I went to the doctor and I had earwax cleaned out of my ears. And I had thought about using the candles, and they said, don't use them, they're bad. I thought about using peroxide, and then someone said maybe not. So I went to the doctor, and he took some peroxide, mixed it with water, stuck it in this little bottle here, and he just squeeze, and then it comes out into a little cup. So, sounds nasty, sorry. But that was it. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Maybe I'll get into like ear washer cuts. They're cheap, right? It's just a little washer bottle. Here's a little cup. And absolutely, these things are doing awesome. This guy is selling, let's see here, 4,000 of these things, $122,000, not profit, but revenue. So if he's making, let's just say $8 a piece, he's making $12,000 profit. Okay, he might even be making more because for $30, I think you could probably buy this whole kit for less than $5, right? So he might be $5 into it, a couple dollars to ship it. So he may have $10 to $15. So he's probably making a good $10 to $20,000 on this one product. Same thing down here. This guy's doing the same thing. So look, yes, absolutely, there is a good market here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people under 70. Sure, but you got to look at what these other guys are trying to get in here. There's $16 to sell this piece. There are all sorts of different things all over the board. So it's not really it was hard to find what I was looking for. And in the end, this Dr. Easy kept coming up. Look, it's all Dr. Easy. Well, that's because we're in their store. But this is a brand. He does earwax kits. He does earwax kit here. He does just the cup that you get your stuff in. He does another kit here. He does like an accessory here. It's all doctor type stuff. So that's his brand, Dr. Easy. This is a huge brand. This is a multi-million-dollar brand in my opinion, because he has just built something that is around one niche and it's successful. That's an example of a really good brand. So let's go to another one. This one's called Yoast Tools. And I just found these. I just clicked on them like 5 minutes before the video started so I could show you guys. This guy's selling all tool items. He's selling clamps. He's selling whatever the heck this jigsaw cover is. Another jigsaw cover, another clamp. He's selling clamp accessories. He's selling, all these things. And this could be a specific brand. He's making this F clamp. So this guy, you can tell, is in the market as clamps. He's everything clamps. He's got a niche. And this niche, I'm willing to bet you, is very successful. Maybe laugh at me because maybe Yoast Tools is like some huge brand like DeWalt and all that stuff. But I don't know. I'm not that tool guy. So he's making $89,000, not profit, but revenue here. So he's probably, let's just say he's only making $4 a piece, right? Times 3,000 sales, that's still $12,000. Even if he's making $2 a piece, they're making $6,000. What a lot of these guys are, if these are a big manufacturer, they're probably losing money because it probably cost them a whole bunch more to make them. Anyways, these other products right here, they're not making anything because they're not selling anything. This one this is actually got a lot of sales, but it's kind of hidden off. So less than 5 sales, 71 sales. So some of his products aren't very good. But because he's built a brand, he can come in here. It looks like he's really good with these heavy-duty ones, these clamps, and then the clamp accessories. So that's really where he's found his success. So maybe once these other ones start to fall down, not this one, whatever this is, when these things start to die off, he'll just sell out the inventory and get out of it, right? And then you just go into the large clamp industry where that's your success, right? And so that's where you can kind of sell that. But if I was to go sell this company, I could sell this as a whole because I've got all these different products that just show what I'm selling. And I can just say this company, on average, makes about $120,000 a month in revenue. And then I can constantly, actually, they probably make more. They're, $292 on this thing. So they're making, $300,000-$400,000 a month in revenue, maybe $50,000 a month in profit. And that's something you can go to and say, yeah, that's why my company is worth $5 million, because I want you to pay me in advance. That's an example of one. Let's switch over to non-branded. This is a company, the store UCEC, whatever that means. I just found them off of this little accessory. These are their top selling products, but they're selling a cable. And then now they're selling a strainer. And then now they're selling mini chalk. That's kind of cool. And then they're selling whatever this some sandpaper things. They're selling scissors. They're selling wire things. There's nothing here that screams, this is who I am. This is what I do. This guy has just jumped on the markets where he thinks things are good. So let's see. Let's check out where he's at. This guy is, fair to say he's not making much money, because if you bought a product, these scissors, 6 colorful scissors, let's just say they're 20 cents a piece, right? So you're $1.20 into them. I'm completely guessing, by the way. You're $1.20 into them, and you've got, let's just say $2 to ship. So you're $3.20. The fees are going to be I don't know, $3. So you're $6-7 into it. So this guy's making $2 a piece, so about $2,400. That's a lot to sell for a little profit. So because of this, and this isn't just because he could have just found bad products that aren't selling, but he's probably got a lot invested into this inventory where he's just trying to find that product that's going to explode and make him a lot of money, him or her. So sure, could it be in here? This one right here could just explode one day, and then this little four-pack clip-on dog collar LED thing could just be huge, right? Well, not with the two-star review. You might want to fix that. So, I mean, looking at this, you can kind of see that this person really isn't optimizing everything, and he's carrying a lot of like dead products. That's that. Let's go to another one. This one is another company, Shop Sandwood. They're selling a dress here. They're selling rose muffin cupcake things here. They're selling craft items. They're selling a little kitty thing that looks like a Halloween outfit. They're selling a brooch. They're selling wax polish sponge. And here's a cool thing. Now, if you guys haven't found your brand or you're just willing to take a product to go with, this is a great way to find products to sell. So these guys are selling everything under the sun. Let's look at what their success is. Shop Sandwood, they are making, they're getting some good sales, about almost 800 here. But look how cheap this thing is. I mean, I don't get how these guys even make it. I would imagine this would cost about $1. Maybe let's just say 50 cents. No, there's no way. It's got to be $1. And then the fees alone are going to be like $2 to $3. So these guys aren't making anything. I don't get it. These flour things, $2.20. No wonder they're selling a crud ton. They're cheaping out the market. Maybe they're trying to get up in rank in reviews, and then once they're there, they're going to raise the price. But the thing is, they don't determine the price. The market does. They're selling this for $2. I mean, these guys are I think they're on their way out, because I can't imagine selling. There's nothing in here that's more than $5. $2, $1, $4, $2.99. Oh, here we go, 15 something. And the one thing they're not selling anything of, they priced pretty decently. They're probably buying this for $2, but they got bad reviews. Yeah, that's just, I feel bad. I feel bad for whoever this is. I would not want to have this because it just seems like a lot of stress. So let's go back. I'm going to do two more. I'm going to do one more branded and one more not. So this is steamed from, I still have, and I haven't done anything with them, my bit miners to mine Bitcoin. I'm going to sell them because they take too much power in my area, so it's not worth it. But they said I do need some more cables, and I had looked up these cables. Well, this was a company I'd looked into. I was going to buy these, but they were like $40, I think, or $46 right here. This one I was going to buy. But look at how much these guys are into this market. They are strictly into Bitcoin or into mining. Everything that they do, the tools to mine, looks like a cooler of some sort. Leak-proof water reservoir for running, cycling, and hiking. Okay, so they went off and did a different product there. That's kind of out of their niche. They're doing parts. They're doing fans for the systems. They're doing boards to connect to graphics cards to mine Bitcoin. So they're selling a lot of the cables. They're selling just looks like computer stuff, which is a lot of the stuff you're going to want to use for Bitcoin tools. And so they're just kind of getting into this whole niche. And they've got a lot of products. Let me see how successful this is. So this is a great example of how a brand isn't doing well, because unless the info is just hidden here, but they've got 0 reviews, so I fair to say that they're not. I'm gonna just sort by revenue to see if they have anything that's even close. Oh, ouch. Okay, so their highest one is 31 sales, 25. So these guys have probably just given up, or are just starting, but I'm pretty sure they're done. If they've probably got, let's just say they have $100 items of each left. I mean, they're pretty much $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 in stock, and they're only making a couple $100 a month in sales. So that's a perfect example of getting into a niche. And maybe these guys had already started as a company. They sell the stuff automatically. but getting into a niche and it's the wrong niche. So when you haven't researched it enough, you're in a brand that's just dead. And then you're just chasing something that will never become, or you're hoping that it becomes the fidget spinner of the Bitcoin world, and it explodes when no one else was looking for it, right? Last one, I'm going to get into this. So this is, looks like they start out with a baby thing, bubbles. So we're kind of on a theme, right? We're going baby. We got a little baby blanket thing for the bath. We got bubbles. And then all of a sudden we got a queen mattress cover. And then we got Bugs Bunny thing, tin, and all that. So that was it. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Would you, right now where you're at in your business, or not, is in your mental thought as far as if you're going to do FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon, would you start off with just a product and try to make some money quickly? Or do you think you would go down the route of branding and you think that's the route that you would rather take? I know ultimately that's the route we all want to take, but where would you go? Do you think you'd take the money quick to build a brand? Or do you think you would instantly know that the brand is where you want to go because you don't want to have that competition and you want to fight it? Hope you guys liked the video. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the bell icon on if you guys want to follow what I'm doing. I will see you guys in the next one.